No, I'll concentrate on my story.
Okay, go ahead.
And Larry Brown saw the DVD that you were unable to look at, and he said
No,
it's very.
I just want to transfer it. Okay.
And he said he's sort of apologetic for never giving me credit, and he says I give you a lot of kudos for staying with it as long as you have, and you get a lot of credit because you did put us together, and I've never recognized that fact. And if I want to play that tape recording, it's here on my cell phone, and you can hear him thanking me and appreciating what I had done. So I finally get Larry Brown to admit it. So I said to him, if you'll put this in writing, at least I can show it to people. He wouldn't consent to do that yet. But I do have him on 2 messages on my cell phone.
Is it on speakerphone? Would we pick it up? Or you can play it for me on the phone and I could pick it up?
Yeah, we'll have to do that at a time. But it's not proper to use a tape recording and make it public because, that would be unethical, Eddie style.
Have you done that before with Mr. Clark?
Oh, yeah, with Dick Clark. Yeah, I did that and I got in trouble because on that recording it had Dick Clark giving his California phone number over there in Burbank, and people started to call that number, believe it or not. And even Eddie Nelson called up there, and I got an angry phone call from Dick Clark, which I never told anybody about. And he said, I'm surprised and disappointed that you're giving out my phone number and they're calling the switchboard here at Burbank in my office.
Let's get Eddie in this shot.
Let's not get Eddie in any shots. Because Eddie is totally useless.
He's not useless.
He's useless. Yeah, but he brought me a frozen succulent item here, and you can't get the tissue paper off there. Can you peel the top of that off? Because it will not come off, and I'm breaking my fingernails.
Why do I have to peel it off for you?
Because I can't. I'm working with just one finger. Why don't you just stick that in there and puncture it?
Yes, do that.
Can you do this?
Sure he can.
So they didn't recognize him.
Did Mr. Eddie come through for you again and actually get that to work for you?
He's a good person.
With the concert. I'm not home. So I said, can you get a ride to the garage to get it? So I guess
it's really a joke. I didn't want him to eat it.
He has to be somewhere.
So he's
has to be at work
Yes.
at 3 o'clock in the morning.
It's fine.
So I got to leave here.
Try not to get it all over your clothes.
I'll endeavor to
take him in.
do what you just said.
He has to be somewhere at 6.
Do you want to tell her about how many socks and gloves?
No. We don't talk about that.
Oh, you don't want to talk about how many you bought for your family?
He told me he was bored.
What do you want to
You know what I like to see? I like to see a show just about Walt with all of your former friends.
You have that.
Show.
Are you referring to the tape?
We need a new tribute show to Walt Gollender.
Yes.
Not possible because Donald Johnson and I had a falling out, and he's up there in the Poconos and has no memories of what we shared together since 1947.
He has no memories?
Kind of like This Is Your Life.
No, this was my life. Louis DeBello, a professor of epistemology and ethics and philosophy. And
where is he?
He is living a quiet, sedentary life down in Bedminster, New Jersey.
Namely?
He's not even out yet.
Eddie, get nice and closer to him.
They're not here tonight.
Okay.
Well,
they don't come better than Eddie. I don't know who your friends were, but
come quicker than Eddie, but have you? We'll strike that out.
What did you say?
I'm surprised I said that. That'll never make it to the airwaves. There's a censor over there in her house.
Are you through, Mr. J?
I have nothing more to say. You're boring me.
Okay.
You're boring me because I'm tired of talking into that.
Okay.
That light looks like Yankee Stadium.
We have 24 minutes, Mr. G. We could use 6 more minutes to have something to say. If not, we'll just get some more Turner. What do you think? Okay? We'll get a little more Turner, or?
No, he gets enough exposure, and he makes good money tonight from the jobs that I have helped him get and the jobs he gets on his own. But I want it to be known that you're going to be taping the show?
I got a couple of his songs. I got the Apache Twins, so we got them saying a few words.
And
we got Mr. Axner, and we'll get maybe another song. Oh, Ligouri. We don't have Ligouri, so yes, we will get Mr. Ligouri.
Yes, and just know that this band and he were put together by me 6-7 years ago.
That will be a title, I assure you.
Put together by me, he and them and me, and I get nothing out of it except getting to talk to your many, many listeners on national television. Or did I say national or natural? Natural television.
Natural television.
Or as opposed to unnatural. All right, enough of this.
Okay, say goodnight.
Say goodnight.
And we'll await Mr. Ligouri.
And anything you see up there, I get credit for.
We got you. Okay.
Go to my website.
Okay, we got you. We will post all the credits.
Are you going to put up my YouTube and my website?
Twitter, Facebook.
How about these kids here fighting and screaming? And
Oh my good God.
This kid here is he's 50.
What happened to my lovely little boys? What happened to
They're 51 years
anyway.
old.
I'm 51.
What happened?
I'm not 4 anyway.
He took his ducky or something.
On television. Would you like to be on television?
Yes.
Tell us your name. If you tell me your name, this way.
Jacob. Hi, television.
And what is your David?
Yes.
Okay. What do? Are you school numbers? Or
Yeah.
What do you do? Okay. And what did you do all summer with yourself?
Oh, I don't know. I just played video games. Go to my friends.
Okay. Are you musically inclined? Or are you artists? Do you sing or dance or play
Sports.
Sports. What do you play?
I play football. I was doing dancing.
Dancing? Oh, I love that. Well, let me tell you something. Take care of yourself, because sports and dancing is very physical, but have a hell of a good time. You promise me that?
Okay.
And who's the other little brother behind you?
That's my brother Phil.
What's your name? Phil?
Phil.
Okay, hi Phil. Okay, let's get a shot of the three. Let's get nice together. Okay. Okay, wave goodbye. We're going to cut it off. Thank you, guys. Have a super summer.
Okay.
You have a super summer yourself, Josephine. And stop meddling in everybody else's private life here. Look at this now.
Is this going to be on TV?
Yep.
The channel.
Are you really ready for all this?
I'll give you all the information.
Go ahead, Dan.
And now performing Anthony Ligouri Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Ligouri.
That's a robber you. That's a robber mama. There's any way you do it. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right.